Hi guys, welcome back to Lotto for Fun. And today we're going over tic-tac-toe. I think this is one of the most popular pick three strategies that a lot of people like to play because it's so simple, so easy, and it reminds you of playing tic-tac-toe from your childhood. So without further ado, we are going over Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, New Hampshire, and New Jersey. All right, so let's go back up to the top. So I like to do this in Excel first, and then it kind of places everything in the right fields that I need it to do, just because it's just simple. And along with that process, just with playing tic-tac-toe, I have a different type of strategy. I like to play a couple of different ways after I set up my initial table. So for example, under the description of group 1 diagonal, I like to, of course, play the number that was picked. So for example, Maryland, the date is March 30th, and this is the evening draw. The last number drawn for that day was 053. So right here, I go ahead and plug it in diagonally, 053, and it's highlighted in yellow. And right here, what I do is I will count up one going around, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then below, I do the same thing here. Diagonally, I enter 053, but then I count backwards, so 2, 1, 0, 9, 8, 7. Then I take it a step further. Let me show you down here. So I use the mirror numbers as well. So if it's a 1, the mirror to that is 6. If it's a 2, then it's the mirror is 7. 3, mirror is 8. 4, mirror is 9. 5, mirror is 0. So I do the same thing here, but this time I'm taking the mirror of 0, 5, 3, the mirror numbers of those three numbers, and it gives me 5, 0, 8. And then the next step, I do the same thing again. I count up for the top box, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, or 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, if you play different variations of pick 3, not to carry the 10, or I'm sorry, carry the 1. You just play the 1 number if it's a double digit number, the first number of the double digit number, excuse me. And then again, the mirror number of 053, 508, and then counting backwards, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so that's what I like to do here for diagonal, and it gives me a lot of great options to pick different numbers to play in the future. Again, I like to play the same time frame, evening to evening, or midday to midday, but it's totally up to you with the strategy that you would like to play. You can always mix it up and play evening to midday or midday to evening. It's totally a preference of yours. And for the second group, I kind of use like a checker pattern. So again, the same number that was drawn, 053. So I use 053 and it's highlighted. And again, I count up around 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Below, I do the same thing, but then I'm counting down 2, 0, 1. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2, 1, 0, 9, 8, 7. And same thing with the mirror. I take the 053, the mirror of that, 508, and then count up. Same thing down here, 508, the mirror of 053, and then I count down. Okay, so that's the quick overview of the strategy I like to play or use for tic-tac-toe. So let me know if this works for you. Again, it's all in playing for fun with the hopes of increasing our odds of winning for Lotto for Fun. All right, so let's get right into it. So as you can see, we already did Maryland, and also wanted to show that I like to add the sum number because there are some people that play a strategy of sums, and I will definitely start doing videos on the sums of how to play that. And then there's another pick 3 strategy for even odd and high low, and I offer videos on those strategies as well. So feel free to look through my list of videos to see how I go about playing the even odd high low strategy. Okay. All right, so we just went over Maryland. So what I did here after I created my different charts, I have this list right here, which gives me a couple of different numbers that I've played or that I've found within those charts that could be played. So for example, the first number 654, if we go back to the chart right here, 654. So I'm playing kind of like in the L shape. go back 075, 075. That's another L shape in a different direction. So I'll go ahead and leave the screen up for a few seconds. Feel free to pause it. This goes hand in hand with the different numbers that have been played, kind of created based off of each tic-tac-toe chart. Okay. And you don't have to use these. Feel free to create your own list. Also, feel free to arrange them in any order that you would like to play them in if you decide to go this route. And again, play them box, play them straight. Let me know how that works out for you. All right, so that's the first state for Maryland. We'll go on to the next state. Next state is Michigan. So again, evening draw, March 30th. The number that was drawn was 665. Sum, which is a total of 665, is 17. If you're playing even odd or high-low strategy, then it's even odd or high based off of the numbers up top. And then we just go ahead and put in our numbers that were drawn and then the mirror of those numbers right here for the diagonal and then for the checker. In the top numbers, you start with the bottom number and count up. And then the bottom numbers, or the bottom charts down here, you start with the bottom number and then you count down. Okay, so here are our tic-tac-toe charts for Michigan. And then here are a list of possible numbers to play for Michigan. So feel free to pause the screen if you need to. Take a look at the numbers based off of the 4 charts that were created. And let me know how that works out for you. All right, next state is Minnesota. Evening draw, March 30th. The number that was played was 077. If you add those up, it gives you a sum of 14. If you're playing even odd or high low, the combination is even odd odd or low high. And then below are 8 tic-tac charts. If you want to play it diagonal based on group 1 or the checker design or kind of checker design right here under group 2. All right. And then we'll come over to some numbers that could be played for the future draws. Again, these are based off of each of the different tic-tac-toe charts that were created based off of this chart. So again, if you want to play mirror the 522 instead of the 077, and then where we count upwards. So for example, 543. Oh, I apologize. That's not the right. You can play that if you want, but let me go up here. So 753, excuse me, 753 right there. If you want to play that box right there, these numbers came from that box right in this list. Okay. So feel free to pause this. And I'll go to the next state. All right, Mississippi. The number that was drawn for March 30th evening draw is 386. Add those up. That gives you a total sum of 17. If you want to play even odd or high low, it gives you the combination of odd even or low high. And then below are our 8 tic-tac-toe charts based off of just using the straight numbers that were drawn versus the mirror 831, which are the mirrors of 386. And then if you want to do the checker design right here, 386 or the mirror of 831. And then we'll go to the next page for Mississippi right here. And here are some number combinations that were selected from the boxes from the tic-tac-toe charts right here that you could potentially play. Again, you can play any arrangement. You don't have to play these exact numbers, but you can come up with your own numbers, even your own strategy that, could possibly help with this tic-tac-toe, these charts right here. If you come up with a different process or system or whatever that could actually work with this, feel free to use that as well. All right. All right, next state is Missouri. So we're looking at March 30th again, evening, and the last number picked was 469. If you add that up, the sum, it makes the sum of 19. And the even, odd, high, low combinations is even, even, odd, or low, high, high. And then here we go with our 8 tic-tac-toe charts based off of playing the exact draw, the number that was drawn, or the mirror of it. Okay, and you can play diagonal or checker, or both. And then the next page over, Missouri, here are some combinations that you may want to try out. Remember, nothing's guaranteed. This does not guarantee a win. It's all for fun. But if you do win, let me know. That would be awesome. Just leave a note below and let me know if this works out for you. Even if you are, somewhat close, you might be a number off. That's okay. At least you're playing and you're having fun. All right. Next state is Nebraska. All right. Last number drawn for March 30th at the evening was 097. If you add those together, it gives you a sum of 16. And then the even, odd, high, low combination is even, odd, odd, and low, high, high. And then below are your 8 tic-tac-toe charts to choose from and to select different combinations to play for future draws. And then if we come over here for Nebraska, here are some numbers, some potential numbers to play for the next few draws going forward. All right, again, feel free to pause the video. I don't stay on these screens too long, but feel free to pause the video if that helps. All right. Next is New Hampshire. Evening draw, March 30th. Last number drawn is 860. The total sum is 14. If you're playing the even, odd, or high-low strategy, the combinations here are even, 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 or high, high, low. And again, you can play either diagonal or checker, and diagonal with the actual numbers that were drawn or the mirror of the numbers that were drawn. So 860 or 315, 860 or 315. And we'll click over here to see the list of numbers to play possibly for future draws for New Hampshire. Okay, last but not least is New Jersey. Evening draw, March 30th. The last number drawn was 884. If you add that up, it gives you a sum of 20. And then the even, odd, high, low numbers or combinations are even, 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 or high, high, low. And then here are our 8 tic-tac-toe charts. So again, you can play 884 or the mirror, which is 339, diagonally or checker, 884 or 339. And then the next page are numbers for New Jersey that you can play for the future if you would like. Again, you don't have to play the exact number. You can switch them around in any order, play them box, play them straight. Let me know how it goes for you. All right, so that concludes this video for the tic-tac-toe, pick 3 tic-tac-toe for the states that we just went over. If I did not go over your state, please check the link below. There is a link where you can actually purchase forecast worksheets for even, odd, high, low, or tic-tac-toe or stack strategy. They're only $2.97, and that's where I include all the worksheets because, of course, videos would be too long if I went through every state. But the $2.97 helps support the channel. So if you have made a purchase, I appreciate it in advance, and I will see you next time. You guys take care. Have a good night. I'm out.